Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Water Bear podcast, and we are on episode 6 of season 5. So I'm really excited about this episode tonight. But before we get into it here, a few preliminary things we'll get out of the way. Again, welcome to the podcast. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If this is your, what is this now? 46 episodes in, 46th time watching, then welcome and thank you. So, also a couple of things. Join the Drip family. So, of course, sharing is caring, but subscribing is thriving. So, hit that subscribe button and hit the like button so you can get this podcast shared with other people who are also into Zodiac. And even with this show, even if you're not really diehard into the Zodiac, there's always something that you can get from this podcast. So, definitely please share, like, leave your comments, all of that good stuff. And you can catch the Drip every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're on episode 6. We have 3 more episodes to go before this season ends. And tonight's guest is a Virgo, and her name is Jimmie Lavon Sanders. You can follow her on Facebook at Jimmie Lavon Sanders. Let me spell that out for the audio listeners. It's Jimmie. Lavon is Lavon, and then Sanders, Sanders. So that's on Facebook. And on Instagram, you can follow her at Hair by Jimmie, and that is all together. So a famous Virgo is Keke Palmer. So don't know if y'all knew that. But she is a famous Virgo. And so Jimmie, I've been knowing her now for, I'd say, probably about 10 years or so, maybe even a little bit longer than that. And she's always had such a wonderful spirit. She's always been a go-getter, always on the move. I don't think I've ever seen her relaxing. I mean, that much. I mean, she's always just on the go. And I think that's such a Virgo trait. Virgos are always busy, they're moving, they're shaking, they're always doing something. So just a little bit about Jimmie, and I'll have her come on and do a more in-depth introduction. But she is the owner and CEO at Lashing Out with Extensions Academy. She's also the founder and president at Bold, Bald, and Beautiful for alopecia areata awareness. And she's a salon owner. She just celebrated her 14th anniversary for her salon, and a hairstylist at Hair by Jimmie Salon and Spa. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring Jimmie out.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Jimmie?
What's going on? Listen, that intro was fire. I don't
Hey.
even have to say.
Hey, well, I appreciate it. I had to do you right.
Absolutely. I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. Well, anything else you want to add for the viewers and the listeners, just about yourself?
So listen, what's going on? Yes, I am Jimmie Lavon Sanders, as he said. Okay, yes. Look, depending on what side of the family you on, I'm Buck over here, I'm Peaches over there. Okay, I'm Miss Jimmie to most.
Okay.
So he's already done a great job with the intro. So if I was to interject on anything that is new coming up, I will be participating in September in the first bald beauty pageant that is going to be held at the Mesquite Arts Center. So yes, I am contestant number 9 of 20. That is going to be September the 28th. And so anyone that knows someone who lives with alopecia, someone that's hiding behind the fact that they have alopecia, dealing with it for whatever reason, tell them to check it out. The website where they could get information is sheadore.org/info, and it'll have all the information on there for tickets, etc. All that's going to be great.
Okay. And if you don't mind sending me that link, Jimmie, I'm going to put that in the comments for this, or not the comments, the description for the video, so that people can support. So I'm definitely going to support, and I'll be spreading the word too. That's awesome.
Appreciate it. Absolutely.
No doubt. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, and so and what if you don't mind, when is your birthday? I just not what.
September the 12th.
Hey, so
Listen, I just turned 51 yesterday, I said, and I'll
I
be
don't see it
tomorrow. I gotta go all the way back. Last week I was 40. Because you did say that we're always doing something, always working, and I'm telling you, I need a 12-year redo for real.
Always busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny when I first met you, it felt like, and I don't know if it's partly because you and my mom have the same birthday.
Yeah.
But it feels like I had just known you forever.
Right. Tell me, hey. Well, I mean, as a Virgo, I think that we don't necessarily meet a stranger. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We are people. We are people. We are a people who loved other people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But some people don't think that we can sometimes be shy or to ourselves, and they like, that's a lie.
Now, I don't really know. I've never known you to be shy. Right. That's what I was just about to say. But I feel like when a Virgo is comfortable, they're not shy. But I have seen that before with other Virgos where maybe they might be a little bit more reserved depending on who they're dealing with.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And definitely with a Virgo, it's about experiences, because once you burn, you're going to learn.
So okay. So with that, do you think that Virgos are not easy to forgive?
I'm not going to say that. Well, I won't say that it's not that we're not easy to forgive. It just really kind of depends on it. I think I have really grown. So it's probably going to be some Virgos on here that's going to probably go against a couple of things that I say, because I've grown, right? I've definitely grown. We are so independent people, right? I mean, like you said, we're movers, we're shakers, but we love, and we love hard. You know what I'm saying? And we love people. And me personally, I love to see people strive. I love to see people win. I love to support, right? And I see these little comments all the time, is where I say, don't expect people to do you the way you do them, right? And so a lot of times I think that maybe what happens is that what we expect, we don't get. So I won't necessarily say it's not a situation of not forgiving, but for me personally, I do know that I give a little more compassion now, just a little bit. But what ends up happening is that a lot of times it's some of the same stuff, right? So it's like, as a child, your mama say, don't touch that, baby, that's hot, right? And then you go, you touch the stove. Don't touch that, baby, that's hot. You see the eyes up there. Every time you go closer, you get a little bit closer, right? But because I keep having to tell you, I'm finna let you burn yourself now. Don't touch that, baby, that's hot. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what ends up happening, is that we will give you an opportunity, and I'm that one. You bump your head one time, you keep bumping your head, it's not a bump, it's intentional. It's intentional.
I do agree with that wholeheartedly. I think Virgos love very hard. I think y'all are one of the most probably passionate signs of the zodiac. Y'all really don't get the credit you deserve for that, honestly speaking, in my opinion. But when a Virgo is done, I feel like
skirt. Yeah, you is out the picture, baby.
Yeah, that's it. It's done. And more than likely, you, like you just said, you probably have more than good reason to be done by that point, because you've given chance after chance after chance.
Exactly. Yeah. And we have a way. We have signs, because what I've learned is that the she and the he version, we're like, but we different.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So go into that. What do you think?
I think the man is harder. I think the Virgo man is much, much harder. And it's like they don't care who they cut off.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like I said, you got to be really close. We hear this thing that says, family's not always blood. But somebody we give our blood, sweat, tears, whatever too, or whatever. Listen, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm good. And most of the time, the person, whoever it is, may be the one to end up try to trickle back. Right. So it's not necessarily that we've given them another chance. We just like, okay, we're going to see how you're going to work this time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do think there's difference. It's difference. You're right, between the men and the women, because the
Virgo game ain't no joke.
It ain't. Yeah, the women, I feel like, okay, so like you just said, the men, they are a little bit more hardcore with the cutoff, but the Virgo men that I know, they're a little bit more forgiving with people who may not mean them well. Where the Virgo woman, I think it might take her a little bit longer to get there.
You said that don't necessarily mean them well, they more forgiving?
A little bit than the women. You don't think so?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see, because we have that nurturing side of us, whereas the man is like, hell to the no. Hell no to the no. It's kind of the nurturing side of us, you know what I'm saying? But no, not really, not the ones I know.
Okay. And now, okay, so I'm gonna have to think back now. That's it. Okay.
And people think that that's a bad thing, but at the end of the day, what I love about us being Virgos is that we have the ability to guard our own heart.
Yeah, and that's important.
We don't have a problem with standing alone, rolling solo. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily just settling for crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we're always, like you said, we're always going. We're always, me, myself, I'll see something. Like growing up, I would say that this was something that my mom did, but it really wasn't. But I just saw this in my mother. Like we would come home as children, and probably once every 3 weeks, the house is changed and flipped around. And we'd have to stand at the door and take a scan so we know where everything is now, right? But that's the same thing with a Virgo. It's like, we're always reinventing ourselves. We're wanting one. And some people will say that we're materialistic. And I don't necessarily think that. I don't think that it's necessarily materialistic, but we go after what we feel we deserve. You know what I'm saying? And whatever that takes, we don't mind doing it. But the good thing is, at the same time, we don't get over on people while we're doing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We don't get over on people while we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I think my curse, blessing and curse, is that, I will sometimes forsake a lot of times forsake myself. In other words, slow down on what I know I'm supposed to be doing or moving forward to, trying to, that compassion, that forgiveness.
Let me help you and take you with me, and
or not even take them with me, but stepping off of my lane and helping somebody, because I'm always getting a call. Hey, can you such and such? Hey, instead of me saying no, I'm trying to finish this lane, this road over here, that I'm building over here. So a lot of times we'll get stagnant on my road because of wanting to help somebody who I feel maybe needed or wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What I had to offer or whatever. And so now it's time to stop that.
Hey, I don't blame. And
get to the real Virgo.
Right. The hardcore one. but I just watch. It's interesting that you say that, though, because just watching you through the years, I'm sure there's been periods where maybe you felt like, oh, I should be doing this or I should be doing more. But I've never, and I'm not just saying this to gas you up. I really mean it. I've never, in my eyes, seen you slow down. And that's one of the things I love about a Virgo. Even when y'all think, oh, I'm not on my game or I'm not doing all I should be doing, to the world, you like, you really are killing it. But I like that, because I think with a lot of people in general, they allow family, friends, relationships, all these different things to damper or stop them. Yeah.
Now,
and a Virgo ain't gonna do that most times.
I mean, it's some things still could be going on, in the backside or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still got to be every man for themselves, and people have to realize that is because your journey has to be only your journey. It has to be your journey. I mean, how many times have I messaged you and said, "Okay, Carlos, I need to write some books." Still ain't finished.
Hey, but I get it. You're doing so many things.
But guess what? If I sat down somewhere, and then it's crazy because I have the school. I'm always giving this information, giving these jewels, giving these gems or whatever. And it's like, because to us, as to me, I'm not gonna talk about anybody else. For me, I beat myself up. I do, because the to-dos that I know, the what I can, when you hear people say all the time now, you don't know your worth, you don't know. I do know my worth, but at the end of the day, what the God in me knows is that it's not at the end of the day all about money.
Right.
We have to have a purpose bigger than that. I'm not struggling in life, right? And maybe as Virgos, we make it look too easy. I don't know. But at the end of the day, there is so much that's still out there. I have a bucket list that is long, of things that I still want to put out into this world, put out into this atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So that people can truly see my greatness. And that's not bragging, to see my greatness. Because if you cut this brain open, it's a lot up here. And I tell people all the time, it's not going to do any good in the grave, so that's why I think when people call and they say, hey, I need you, I want you, such and such, I give what it is, because God didn't give me the nuggets for me to keep. It's not for me. Everything is not for me to hold. It's for me to share and to give. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do something with my dash, but it's still bucket list stuff that I do truly want to achieve.
Right. So I have to ask you then, you've done so much already. What is it? Give me 3 things that you feel like you have yet to accomplish?
Well, Maestro, I definitely want to eventually put something out in the music realm.
Oh.
I don't have anything that's just mine. Anything that I have out there was a collaboration. So I do, because baby, these people, listen, half of these folks ain't even singing and making a killing.
Mumbling, you don't know what they're saying, and off key, and
oh baby, I'm like, what in the girl? Baby, let me get in the studio, okay? I want to write a book. Well, I want to write actually a few books. There is a book that I've already given it a title with my sisters. I have 3 sisters. Okay. Most people probably don't know that, but I have 3 sisters. And this was something that I came up with many, many years ago, because like my one younger sister that we have the same mom, we grew up in a house together, but my other 2 sisters, of course, they have different moms. We got the introvert over here. We got the extrovert. We all have this story to tell. And it's kind of like the generational curse thing that happens. You know what I'm saying? I used to say all the time that we literally have an Oprah Winfrey story. And should I say the title of the book? But anyway, we have a book that
maybe not yet, but you can tell it to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
exactly. And it talks about our upbringing, right? And the purpose of the book would be our individual stories, that even though we were separated and disconnected, it's the dysfunction, I can say, that connects us, right? And the fact that the book would speak to anybody, because it's going to speak to people who are getting ready to go through the situation, in the situation, or coming out of the situation, right? And so then, of course, as it relates to the hair industry, I would love to eventually finish a lash book I've been partially sitting on forever. And hadn't completed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then maybe eventually a book that talks about me and the things that I have literally overcome, because there's a lot of things in my life that a lot of people don't know that I've actually been through, endured, or whatever, and I'm still, standing on top. So
Right.
that would be like, what I guess they say a memoir, right?
Yeah.
To get off into more personal sides of me, but that would speak to other women, to the fact that keep going, keep standing, keep waking up, and keep living every day. The thing is that we never learn to let go of yesterday, because I can't do nothing about it, right? I can't do nothing about it, right? And we're raised and taught to live today like it's your last, right?
Right.
But how many of us really are actually capable of doing that? We're not, right? But I can only work within what I got today to improve what has happened yesterday. So my testimony pushes me. I don't necessarily want it to push somebody else, but it pushes me, even though it'll help somebody.
I love that. Okay. So I'm gonna be asking now. I'll be checking in with you about your book.
That means you got to be helping with the publishing and all of this.
Hey, I'll help for real. Seriously, I will.
Listen.
Hey.
Listen, Mr. Poet, and yeah.
No, we're gonna make that happen for real. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah. But just as a quick nutshell, those things for sure. And then of course, many of you, well, you don't know, but many other people do know. I have 2 other bucket list things that I've always really wanted to do. I grew up, of course, singing, doing theater too. I actually did a lot of gospel plays growing up. Yes. And I would definitely love to eventually, step my feet into that water. And then voiceovers. Voiceovers is something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid.
I could totally see you doing
I used to have this baby voice that used to work my mama's nerves. She was like, if you don't stop that. So, but yeah, those are some of the things that I definitely would absolutely love to do.
Okay. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So I know you've touched on some of these things already, but I just want to get if you could put it in a nutshell for Virgo in 5 words. What would those 5 words be to describe Virgo?
Independent. Y'all will say that we're perfectionists. I wouldn't say perfectionist. I would say reinventing. Always reinventing. Honest. Very loving. And loyal. Yeah. Sometimes at a fault, but loyal.
Right. But loyal. I love it. Okay. So before I get into this next segment, so I have a question. I know this is an old incident, but I'm curious to get your take on it. So
old incident.
Yeah, it's old. Well, not in your personal life, an old celebrity incident. Let me say.
Oh, okay.
Right. But
you know what I was thinking? I was thinking Truth Bowl. I was like,
oh yeah. Okay, so y'all have to go look up those episodes. So with this podcasting thing, y'all may not know this, but this is like my 4th go round at this point, because we had Truth Bowl. That it was John and I, and then we had Brown Looking Cigars, and Jimmie was on several episodes of Truth Bowl. And actually, I don't know if you all remember, those that are watching and listening, but this show actually kind of sort of was birthed from Brown Liquor and Cigars. It was one of the last episodes we did, and we were talking about how sometimes you need space when you're in an argument, especially in a relationship. You might need to withdraw. And I messed around and said it'll take me potentially 5 days to really feel like I can address the situation. And I was always middle of the road type person. Like it depends, and that's how I look at life. It depends. I got so many messages from people saying, "Oh, that didn't make any sense," and you're not talking. I'm like, I'm not saying I'm not mute. Yeah, they just felt like it was insensitive, and I said, I'm not. Because my thing is, I would rather withdraw than to lash out and say something that I can't take back.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily like you say withdraw. From the heart the mouth speaks. And my thing is, I'm not one. I don't shoot the dozens, and I tell people I don't say nothing I don't mean that I got to take back. If I said it, I meant it.
Yeah,
and same pretty much stand on it.
Yeah,
I stand on it. You get what I'm saying? And depending on what that person meant to you, let me step back.
Yes.
So that I can get out of my feelings and out of my emotions. You know what I'm saying? Let me heal me.
Yeah.
Locate the compassion for you in there. So then I can approach you. Because if I go with my first mind, we coming out boxing.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, you get it.
I ain't taking nothing back.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it. But and that's what I was saying on the episode. I was like, well, if I really care about you, I'm gonna take some time to pull back. And depending on how much I love you, I'm gonna pull back even more. It might take me even longer. Now, if you're just somebody off the street, then let's go. I don't care.
Yeah.
But right after that episode, I saw this lady post something about Aquarius men, and she said that they're often emotionally cold or kind of detached. And I started hearing it, and I was researching it, and I thought about like exes and stuff that like them telling me that. I was like, okay. I was like, well, it might be something to this. So, because I've been told in a lot of scenarios, family, friend relationships, that a lot of times people don't know what I'm thinking, or they feel like they're having to guess my thoughts, or that I can cut things off easily. And it's not that, but it's just that I think
protecting you.
Yeah, protecting me. And in my mind, logic outweighs a lot of things. Even
so you're the thinker. You're the thinker.
Mm-hmm.
You're the thinking before you speak. The thinker before I speak.
Right.
The thinker before I speak.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't see anything wrong with that, because I'm gonna tell you this, as a Virgo, I'm that person, and I'm gonna speak from past relationship without saying the issue. It would be something going on, and I would get quiet, and he would say, well, I'm gonna shut up now because you're quiet.
But see, he had the respect enough to
he had to learn.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm not going to argue with foolishness. First of all, I don't like to argue. I'm not arguing with foolishness.
Yeah.
When I'm done with it, I'm done with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just started talking, because at the end of the day, like I tell people, it's almost like when I'm teaching, you know how you go to church, you hear a message, right? Or you go to a conference or something, you hear a message, and they're talking or whatever. You might look around and people doing this, but then as soon as they raise their tone, everybody just listening. It's something about the tone that now you understand. Get these nuggets. I'm only here for a short time. Get it while you can. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why is it that it takes that for you to get it, for you to now write it down or whatever? You know what I'm saying? It's the same message.
Yep. You know what? You hit it on the head, because I'm telling you, Jimmie, that's a story of my life. And I think because my personality is, I'm so kind of laid back, chill most times, that's where the problem lies, is that I'll say things that I don't like, but because I'm saying it calmly, you're not getting it. And then when I blow up, now I'm the worst person in the world. And it's like, I told you that.
Now I can go back and count how many times I have already said this.
Yes.
And that is it right there. That is it right there. And and when in the same scenario, without saying what it was, you know what, you did say that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You had been saying all along, I wasn't listening. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Nobody has time for that. When it's time for you to get paid, you know the date you getting paid. You know the time, checks is ready. You in the parking lot. You in the parking lot. But I've been telling you, okay, I need such and such and such and such. I don't like XYZ. Maybe you should Oh, now you don't hear me. Gloop, gloop, gloop. Let me go. Oh, now you listening.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it. And in your situation too, we both can't be firecrackers. Now,
somebody gotta, yeah.
But you know, I'm gonna say that different about Virgos though.
Huh.
I see people say stuff all the time, say, ooh, Virgos, y'all can't nobody, but yeah, we can be with each other because we already know what to expect.
Yeah. Virgo, I agree. And Virgo
I'm gonna get honesty, I'm gonna get loyalty. Listen, if it's sarcastic, it's not gonna hurt your feelings. Why somebody else saying sarcastic stuff, it ain't bothering you. But when I say it, oh, it just crushed your world.
Yeah.
Same words.
Yeah.
The problem still exists though.
Uh-huh.
But it's an issue because I said it. Okay. Okay.
Right. And it, you know, I'm
gonna let you marinate with that then.
Yeah, you bring up a good point because Virgo is one of the few signs where I feel like they can date each other and it works. Like I think about like my parents, both of them are Virgos. I have a cousin I'm close with, her and her husband, they're both Virgos. Because I tell you, I love Aquarius, but in a relationship, I don't think I want to deal with it because I know how I can be.
You can't take your own personality.
No,
It's because you can't take your personality. And see, for me, like I tell people, I don't offend easily. For one, because I'm confident in who I am. I'm not no punk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll get an occasional anxiety. Let me get on the wrong bridge or something. But I'm not scared. You know, I'm like, let's go. You know, hey, I'm game for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fun to be around us, another whatever. But it's like, listen, okay, you said what you said. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're afraid to tell me what you need to tell me, that's not on me.
Yeah, that's on you.
That's something you need to fix within you. I saw something where the little Instagram thing or something, the guy was saying something about somebody had took him somewhere and pushed his buttons. The lady said, it's not their problem, it's your problem because you allowed them to have you have allowed yourself to have a button that they can push.
You know what? I'm gonna be quiet on that one because that's I ain't gonna lie, that's a lesson I have just learned in the last maybe 2-3 years.
Come on.
Because yeah, it would be certain people that could push certain buttons. And then finally I had to kind of sit back and say, true, they are pushing the button, but I control how I react to the button.
Why are you still in a place where they pushing your button? You ain't got over that?
Yeah.
You haven't found the common ground where y'all can meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You either like me or you don't like me. At the end of the day, what I know is that I don't come for nobody.
Yeah.
But now let me tell you, if I don't like you and you're in the circle, whoever, and you connected to me, if I don't like you, I will tell you I don't like you, that I'm tolerating you.
Right. Yeah, I love that about a Virgo too.
There's been 2 or 3 situations in my life. I tell them, and I tell them, I don't like you. I tolerate you because so-and-so in my circle loves you, so I have to be around you. And you don't have to like me. You don't have to like nothing I say, none of that. But at the end of the day, if you don't like me, don't like nothing about me. Don't call me when you want something. Do not like me.
All across the board.
Block me, baby. Block me. Right? Because it's just like your mother, you know, and because and I hate this generation because everybody is trauma. Everything they do is trauma. It's like you didn't put the Band-Aid on. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. It's like, what in the come on now. Muddy and them used to, baby, holler at us, hit us with a switch, you know, say something, this, that, and other, whatever. And we kept right on going.
Yeah, trauma is a crutch now.
You didn't get a text message back. Now your hurt feelings is hurt.
Yeah.
Did you think maybe I was busy?
Right. Or try again. Text again.
And don't just text. Leave me a message that makes some sense. Don't message me for something you can do for yourself. Like you said, crutch.
Mm-hmm.
You use your resources. Did you try to solve the problem first before you decided to call me? Not call me if you need someone to talk. Did you try to solve the problem? Y'all got Google now.
Google. It's too many resources out there.
Google. Listen, I even tell my mama. So I actually messaged my Virgo before we got started. So I'm just gonna put these information out here to see if it's kind of like what I said. I said, give me 5 Virgo attributes: perfectionist, organized, trustworthy, modest, kind, easily annoyed, reliable, creativity, obsessive, hardworking, and faithful.
Okay. I can co-sign on all of those. I agree.
That was the male perspective.
Hey, no, I agree. And so, okay. So I want to ask you this.
Okay.
So the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap. I know that was a long time ago, but I want to get your perspective, and the reason why is because I know Jada Pinkett has come out and said she has alopecia, and you living with alopecia.
Oh, baby.
So my question is, and this kind of ties into what you just said. Everybody is easily offended these days. Now, to be honest with you, when I watched it in real time, I didn't see it that it was that offensive, but I could be looking from the lens of, okay, that's not my story. So maybe I could have been looking at it through that lens. I looked at it as like Chris Rock is a comedian. He's hosting an award show. He's cracking jokes. You know, they probably know each other. Now, after reading both Will Smith and Jada Pinkett's memoirs, it makes a lot more sense now because they talk about kind of the backstory of how things happen. But my question is, do you think his comments were made in poor taste, or do you think Will Smith just overreacted?
Okay, so you're asking me 2 questions.
Right. Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. So Chris Rock, his comments wouldn't bother me. I was someone who launched our Bold, Ball, and Beautiful organization, right? Nonprofit.
Right.
Many of you know my cousin is Black Run. I told Black Run, come on, by all means, say some alopecia jokes, because at the end of the day, if baby, I'm bold enough to reveal.
And you look gorgeous.
I'm bold. Thank you. And I'm bold enough to laugh about it, because guess what? Some of them same people, before they lost hair, they was laughing at somebody that didn't have no hair. But at the end of the day, again, it's just comedy. It don't make or break me.
Right.
If he feels like his career is still at a point that he needs to pick on somebody, let it be. He gonna get paid for it. It's just gonna bring more awareness to the situation. And it could have been intentional, because yes, she has been on that journey. Now, as far as Will Smith slapping him, originally I thought it was a joke too. Originally I thought it was all for the funny. Now, the only thing I don't like about it is that it was us on the stage doing it. That it was us on the stage doing it. Other than that, as a man upholding his woman, he could have waited till they got through.
If he wanted to still do the same thing. Right.
They handed him in the back. But I think they had some personal issues or something going on. And that was just his way of, trying to step up, because they do got some personal issues now.
Right.
Now, can I speak on the Jada Pinkett situation?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Some bald-headed people in the world gonna probably be mad at me about this, but I don't care. Okay. And I represent a bald platform. I am bald and not by choice. When the Red Table Talk stuff first began, before she was the big platform, right? When they were still on the little love seat.
Right.
Okay? I personally reached out from Bold, Bald, and Beautiful, expressing my sentiments, etc. Yada yada. She ain't cut no hair, nothing at this point.
Right.
Okay. I didn't get one response. Now, mind you, I may be one little grain of salt, in the bucket, but somebody checks your messages, because most of the people that once you actually shaved your head and started talking, most of those people in the circle are people that I actually know of. So you went looking for people, right, who were in that situation, because one of the main people who spearheaded that is not somebody who necessarily has alopecia. She shaves, she's bald by choice, and she created a movement by it. I'm not hating on nobody whatsoever, but at the end of the day, what I thought at first was that it may have been a tactic to draw in an audience, not for just the book, the product line, and other things like that. And I've always absolutely loved Jada Pinkett. She's born in September. Absolutely.
Right, she's Virgo too.
Yeah. Yes. But I felt some kind of way because, like I said, from that standpoint, I reached out to her, and not once, more than once. You get what I'm saying? And so at the beginning, I really thought that it was a tactic that, that she was actually using. You know what I'm saying? For her movement, her journey, whatever the case may be. And even now, still, you have a lot of individuals who are actually shaving their head by choice. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you have some people that don't necessarily have a choice. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a thin line there. But I mean, hey, I kudos. I still love Jada, but when that happened, I was like, please don't hit my inbox, because no, I'm not going to be on the Zoom with y'all. Because you don't want to hear what I got to say. You got plenty money for plenty research, okay? Because what I truly know is that restoration is from the inside. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that, yeah, come to me when you got a problem.
And I wasn't gonna say this, but now that you said that, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So, I agree with you.
Because it's some real true bald-headed people out here that that can't help it.
Their own
medication, chemical, that cannot help it. So my thing is, if anything, throw your coins in support of a cause. I want to see somebody that does Black research on Black hair loss for Black women, because there was a time when we were not losing our hair. All right.
Yeah.
That part. That's how you impress me.
Yeah. And I think too, even with the way that when you see those memes, wait, what'd you say?
I said, I went out and bought some deodorant, so
Oh,
I supported the brand anyway.
Hey, right.
as I always do, in ball fashion.
Right.
I'm sorry. Listen, and I apologize to anybody who thinks that's harsh. I'm just being honest. I'd rather speak from my heart and you not guess.
No, I love it.
Because if you be honest, listen, it'd be different if I wasn't bald saying that.
And so I wanted to get it. That's why I wanted to ask you that question. Like I said, I know it's a old topic, but I really wanted to get your perspective on it, because coming from Jada Pinkett, when you see all the memes, people say, oh, these females were rocking the short cuts in the 90s. She's always in that conversation. So Jada Pinkett, I don't feel like, and maybe she really does have it. I don't know.
And if she does, it's not crushing her, because like you said, she's worn a pixie for 90% of her career.
Yeah. And she's
supposed to ball all your career.
Yeah. When she was in that movie, Demon Knight, and she had that, it was a fade. It was like gold. She had like a gold colored fade.
Yeah.
She looked sexy to me. It was hot. I thought she looked good. Yeah. But to go from that, and like you say, most of her career, she's had short hair.
Yeah.
So
yeah. As somebody who's had long hair all of their lives and has now had a touch of cancer or medication or stress or what surgery or whatever the situation, or have a baby, and then they wake up and there's hair on the pillow. So
yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm changing your conversation, but
no. Hey, no. It's I asked the question because I wanted to get
But to all them beautiful bald women out there, you know, and that it's amazing. Like I said, everything is a God thing, because one of the things that because you know, I had a previous call before this, you know, one of our roles is going to be you know, whomever is chosen at this pageant, they will now spend the next 12 months, you know, on their initiative, you know, taking action on what are you going to be doing? You know, who are you going to be helping? What community, you know, initiatives are you going to be spearheading and different things like that? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this is how we heal. We are not healing by you. And I'm a hairstylist. So, you know, people say, well, you know, you do hair, but guess what? You ask my clients. This was an industry that I came in that I was 75% extensions when I came into it. I removed all of my clients off of chemicals. I'm 100% natural with my chemicals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about the internal health, you know, and so on and so forth. So it's all about how can we heal
from within, like you said.
Facts.
Yeah. I love that. I love it. And so, okay, so you led me into another segment that I have on here. It's called High Low. So it's a hypothetical situation, and I want you to tell me the high vibrational Virgo response. And then I want you to give me the gutter low vibrational Virgo response to this. So my question is,
so you think Virgos always got some low to say? Is that what you said?
Oh, no. I've been doing it the whole season, everybody. So this is a standard question.
No, I'm messing with you.
No.
You know we always take the high road. No.
Right.
What's up? Okay, here we go.
So another one of your Virgo sisters, Beyonce.
Okay.
So you have a client that comes in and you're doing their hair, and she tells you before she sits down, oh, I want, you know, this Beyonce look like she had on such and such video, yada, yada, yada. So you finish it, bomb, bang up job. But I didn't really, it's not giving Beyonce like I you know, like I thought. How do you respond to that?
Well, baby, this ain't Texas. Lay my money down.
Still got to pay me.
Like when the sisters used to always say they want their hair like Halle Berry, but it's 4C, coarse texture and no relaxing. You know, everything you want, you may not look great in, but it's beautiful. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, by the time 3 or 4 people tell you that you're cute, you'll actually embrace it. But, you know, now the low will be, listen, what we going to do then? You want me to decide an alternative? We're going to take this out. We're going to cut it. What? I mean, I'm still here for you either way it go.
Right.
So I just gave you the high and the low.
Hey, I love it. And kind of what prompted that question.
Run my money. Woo!
Either way, before you get up off this chair, you need to pay me. Oh, that's too funny. I saw you post it, and I think this is true. You had made a post a few days ago when you said Black women natural hair edges are supposed to be textured and not bone straight all the time. Make it make sense.
Absolutely. So we have to realize that there came a time where society told us what was acceptable in the workplace. Mm-hmm. And Black women gravitated. Muddy and them was already pressing the fool out of some hair. But Black women started gravitating to relaxers, right? Which mm-hmm. now we see is now we're actually being able to get compensated for our health issues due to sodium hydroxide and chemicals and all these other things, the relaxers. Right. So straight had to be the thing. That was the only way you could be cute. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so for so many years, after doing hair extensions, like I said, 75% of my business being hair extensions, and these women growing their hair out, I was like, listen, I ain't finna keep braiding all this hair, breaking my fingers and hands and stuff down. Y'all finna start wearing this hair, baby. Right. And so the silk presses start coming back in, but still so many Black stylists were not doing natural hair. Okay. So people will come in and say, oh, I want to go natural. And listen, John would actually remember this. I said, listen, you don't go natural, you grow natural. Even if someone relaxed your hair today, hair grows daily, you still gonna get that curl, that little loop when the hair is growing. So it's always gonna be natural. How you got curly texture hair and you want bone straight edges? That's why people don't have no edges. This is the most finest part of your hair. You pulling it, you're slicking it back with edges, you're stripping it back with ponytails, you're pulling it back with braids. It's the first thing you relax when the most resistant is back here. So if you sweat, it's gonna wrinkle. How you got kinky texture hair and straight edges? Make it make sense. It's an oxymoron. I mean, for real.
It is. Right.
Like we'll color someone's hair. I'll be like, baby, listen, we done colored all of this hair bleach blonde, but I'm gonna tell you, next week you gonna have some dark roots.
And they still want the blonde
that you can't retouch for another 2 to 3 weeks because it needs to be enough new growth where I can apply enough product where it doesn't overlap.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See, Black people, we want stuff, and then you're wanting your way right into balldom. Okay? If you cut yourself, it takes 30, 35, almost 45 days for that post scar to heal, for the scab to come through, for the wound to heal. So if you are chemicalizing hair too soon, you have not even given the scalp time to recover. Most Black folks ain't even shampooed their hair in 3 to 4 weeks.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof. But they want blonde from the roots and to be straight.
Tuda, you hear me? I mean, listen, and like I tell people, I said, you got to realize most people who you see wear platinum blonde hair, which shout out to this company. Can I do that?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Blonde Solutions, Minority Business.
Okay.
And a few others. But most people you see that wear platinum hair, well, how long is their hair? Because they're cutting and coloring. Cutting and coloring.
Hey.
I mean, and that's not to say that it's a bad thing, that it's damaging, but we Black as a culture, we do way freaking too much to our head. There's a brain under there,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Wow.
Shout out to Blonde Solutions, though. Yeah.
Hey. That's what's up. Okay. I can't believe it. We are already at the last part of this.
Oh no!
I know, right? We're almost at the end. I can't believe it. But
that means I gotta come back for another show.
Hey, okay, for real. Yes. I would love to have you back for another show. Yes. So this is the last segment here. So again, this one is called Dead in the Water. So for those it's called Dead in the Water. Uh-oh, can you still hear me?
You paused.
Okay, I think I cut out for a second.
Yeah, paused.
Oh, no, I was just saying it's called Dead in the Water.
Dead in the Water.
Yeah. So basically, anything that you don't want out of these two things, you'll tell me to throw back in the water. The one that you don't want to keep, pretty much.
If I don't know what's wrong with the internet.
Uh-oh. Is it not? How about now?
There you go.
Is it good now? Okay.
Okay, Dead in the Water.
Okay. So yeah, it's called Dead in the Water. And I'll give you this or that questions, two choices, and you'll tell me which one you'll get rid of.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. And it'll be 5 of them. So the first one is straight or curly. Which one you getting rid of?
Straight.
Okay. I thought that was going to be your answer, but okay. Religion or spirituality?
Religion.
Okay. Fashion show or charity event?
Fashion show.
Okay. Mary J. Blige or Tony Braxton? Wait, not you immediately start laughing though.
Tony Braxton.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you get rid of her. I didn't know who you were going to say on this one. I didn't know. Okay.
I was going to go the other way, but I have my reasons why I chose it now. Longevity.
Yeah, and Tony Braxton has longevity too, but Mary J. Blige has a different type of longevity.
I mean, she can't hold up to Monet. I mean, you better stop playing.
Yeah, Mary J. is killing that Monet.
But Monet is not playing. I'm finna kill the kids. I mean, she can't hold Monet. I mean.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. Yeah.
Come on. And she might have Birdman, but she ain't got, ooh, yeah.
All right. So this is the last one. Take out. Oh, okay. Get rid of that.
I love cooking. Take out.
Okay.
Okay. Cooking can bring about a whole bunch of memories. So some people probably need to start doing it.
Hey. True.
Cooking can probably mend a whole bunch of relationships and situations. Some people better start doing it.
They're good. That's true. Food brings people together.
It's not one-sided.
Yeah.
It's not one-sided. It's about exploring. It gets to be different every single time. So listen, that part. Look, I didn't want to keep going because I love to cook. I just got through doing some country fried cabbage.
Ooh, that sounds good. I love fried cabbage.
Like chicken fried chicken. Uh-huh. Thanks to the ground. Hey.
Okay. Well,
if I want to know what I'm drinking, it's one drink wine.
Please.
Black on Wonder wine. It's the
wine.
Peach in peace.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah. Okay. They got like 4 or 5 different. Listen, and this is the most wine I done drunk at one time. It's your fault.
That is my fault.
It's your look, my eyes are getting low. The sun's going down.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so I lied. I do have one more quick question I want to ask you. Okay, so and I think you're a great person to ask for this because I know how we met was ties. I know we didn't go to the same church, but ties with the church. So we'll be doing this show. I've received quite a few comments from people. These are people I don't know, not from anyone I do know.
Okay.
And people will say, "Oh, you must not be Christian because you're doing."
What that mean? We do know that was created.
That's my
right?
point.
We do know that was forced, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Keep
Yeah. So, okay, right.
Let them do that research, okay?
Right. So my question to you is, even taking it out of Christianity or any religion, do you think that the zodiac has a place in the spiritual realm? I'll just say that, spiritual outside of religious.
The fact that we are people, we are humans, we have no control whether we live tomorrow or not, unless we just individually take our lives. Mm-hmm. Things existed before us. What I do know, and that's just historically researching on my own, is that I know that chasing the horoscope was for entertainment. However, we do know that it still has a astrological connection, right? Mm-hmm. And so that we do know that there are things beyond our wildest dreams. And at the end of the day, regardless to the book that we hold so much weight on, right? Mm-hmm. We have to put ourselves in a position to trust who put it together. But what I know is that I don't know. I know that there's a God that exists because it's a moon, it's a sun, it's a galaxy. There are stars that can't none of us touch, that can none of us control. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just like we get up and we go chase this money to spend a bill, we create titles for occupancies and different things like that. So the zodiac exists. If I'm forced to follow the zodiac, just like I'm forced to follow January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and some of which were added. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the calendar is not right. You understand what I'm saying? So to each his own, just like the book would say, as long as it doesn't overtake you. But it's funny because how it still correlates to the personality of the people.
It does.
Right? That the things align, whether we decide they're right or they're wrong. You can argue it all day long, but you're not going to stop the sun rising and you're not going to stop the sun setting. Okay? So somebody said earlier, someone who, people hold dear and high. A lot of times I scroll past comments and how they would show that thing when you type, then you back out. You know what I'm saying? Then I said, shoot, let me just forget it, right? So the person was coming back saying, you can't connect this and then connect yoga and Reiki and all these different things like that. I wanted to say, but you take communion.
Oh.
Okay.
Woo. Yeah.
You break bread and drink Kool-Aid as a symbol for the body and the blood.
Right.
How was it different? The way I pray, the way somebody pray on the other side of town, or we praying to the same thing, just in a different name.
Yeah.
This happened long before the name Christianity ever even existed. Right? We want to talk about peace pipe, crack pipe, what a comedian used to say.
Right.
The Indians were doing that.
Right.
You being mad at people for worshiping God, worshiping the world, worshiping this. If I existed in a time where there was nothing but forestry around me, I come upon a lake and I can get fish from it and it feeds me. Or I come up on a tree and it has berries and it feeds me, right? Or when they hit the ground and oil came out of it, and now I know that there's different things that I can do. What else am I going to worship? I'm going to worship what provides for me, right? So the people that want to talk about that, you worshiping money. What you going to work every day for?
Oh.
Let's get in position.
I'm just plugging this out on my computer tonight.
If the religion or your spirituality or whatever was that strong, then you would forsake going to work because you would believe that it would provide whether you win or not. But you go because they say, man, don't work, don't eat.
Wow. Okay. So on that note, I
hope that kind of summed some of it up.
Yeah, you did. Because
in my 51 years, there's a lot of things that I have come across and encountered, that hurt my heart and hurt my feelings. But at the end of the day, we do what we do because it was pushed on us. And there's something higher. And it's so funny because in this time right now, especially with our election coming up, you have religion fighting against a nationalist movement, and when all of those movements are still against us. It's all about controlling our mind and our moves and what we're doing, especially our money. But yet we have the nerves to hate each other, when if we come together, that ain't even an uprising. That's truly back to what it was and what it was meant to be,
Yeah.
So
oof. Yeah, you said a word. You totally answered the question. Because I've had, and this is I'm not slighting anybody when I say this, but
everybody's entitled to their own way.
Yeah, they're entitled. And I've asked several people to be guests on here before. So for, I'll say this, for every guest that you see on the show, there's 1 to 2 people that I've asked that aren't on here. For various reasons. A lot of them, life situations. I understand we can't control that. But some of them will say, oh, I don't believe in zodiac.
Okay.
But this is
you got a birthday, but you celebrate a birthday every year. Okay.
And you want gifts. And you because don't
so
let
you still won. So you're still one. You're still one.
Right.
And I get that, because at the end of the day, it's all about what, like some people might see this and say, oh, she drinking wine. Baby, listen. For the person that's the Christian, the line y'all want to use is that Jesus changed water to wine. At the end of the day, it's a grape that went into this. You're going to be mad at this grape, but how many chemicals are you putting in your system every single day?
Ooh.
Baby, you taking in medication, synthetic drugs, paying for pharmaceuticals. You're paying for death by choice.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You ain't lying. Yeah, because I've had situations where people tell me, oh, well, I don't believe in that, yada, yada. And then the very next day, they post something on their social media that's like, oh, that's something a Gemini would do. That's what I would think. And it's like, you don't realize you're operating in it already.
Hypocrite.
But you say that you don't believe it.
Yeah. It's like saying, oh my gosh, he's got to be tall, dark, and handsome. Babe, I believe it's some good-looking light-skinned men. It's some good-looking white men. It's some good-looking black men. But I only want a black man. Don't get me twisted.
Right.
But I think it's some good-looking, whether he light-skinned, brown-skinned,
right,
dark
whatever
skin.
color.
I don't discriminate.
Yeah.
If he good-looking, he good-looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You short, is that why you just need a tall man? But now I do need a tall man. He got to be taller than me for sure.
So that's a requirement.
Listen, I don't want to swim in the pond. I want to swim in the ocean. Okay? Give me more choices. You know what I'm saying? Listen, don't go playing around here. Listen, little boy. Listen, little boy.
Like, who are you yelling at? Looking down at him.
Hilarious. Oh my God. I've had an amazing time.
I am too.
Let me y'all something.
Yes.
Let me leave y'all with this. If you don't have no Virgo friend, baby, you better get you a Virgo friend, okay?
Yeah, Virgos are good people.
You better get you a Virgo friend to the end, because let me tell you something. My best friend is a Libra. Me and Tangela don't have to talk one time during the year. If she hit my phone, I hit her phone, baby, it's on. You hear me?
Yeah. You bring up a good point, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
All right, I was done.
Oh no. But people put so much emphasis on the frequency of communication in relationships. And of course, in a romantic relationship, yeah, but
I got a life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's some of my best friends I don't talk to every day.
That's just like this right here. Some of y'all need to get paid because you do this so much. Yeah, I'm not that. Now listen, when it's somebody that I'm with, there's a different relationship.
Right.
Because I want to be up under my book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
I like that clinginess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need you to text and say, hey, good morning. How beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I need all of that. I got different love languages. There's a few of them. Why I gotta choose one? What in the world?
Let's do all of them.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, when you're connected to true solid people, you know what I'm saying? I don't need no friends that drain me, that drain my energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need no worry wars. I don't need no borrowers. I don't need none of that. However, we're going to support each other. And it's the distance between us because she got her life and I got my life.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't have to connect to prove who we are to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because she said, and I had to become older to even get a best friend. Growing up, my personality, I had people literally who would have an alt against me and they never even got a chance to meet me or even know me. You know what I'm saying? So that showed me that y'all had an issue with yourself. I just got here. You know what I'm saying?
What are you mad at me for? Yeah.
Some of my even early fights as a kid was because I moved into the neighborhood. I was new. Now I got to prove myself. What in the world? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So those are situations within themselves, But at the end of the day, when you find some good people in your life, remain that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry them down. Don't bog them down. It's nothing worse than, oh my gosh, what do they want? You know, see the phone ring or whatever, that type of thing. You know?
Yeah.
Be able to have a conversation and kick, hey, I was just thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Love you, yada yada yada. Don't just connect with me because you want something from me, because you need something from me. It's like, listen, that's I need a jump start.
Right.
Battery drain. You know?
Yeah.
Because you do have some situations, and I know we didn't say this, where some people will take advantage if we allow it. And I think that's why with a Virgo, when you say you run into that non-forgiving, it's not the non-forgiving, it's the let me disassociate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let me disassociate. You know, need me for more than just needing me.
Right.
You know, be with me because you want to be with me. Be around me because you want to be around me. Be connected to me because we can do great things together. You know what I'm saying? We can what they say, we can change the world.
Right.
We can change the world. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. And I think we do good together because we can be power couples. You know what I'm saying? We feed off of one another. And it's like, I can't even go to bed because, oh my gosh, did you know?
Steady thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that part. And now you got me drunk off of Wondery wine.
Hey, well, I'm gonna have to go hit up the store so I can get some Wondery wine this
Target.
Okay.
Target.
I'm gonna hit it up.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You are so absolutely welcome. Listen, I know this ain't protocol. What did you just release?
Oh, okay. Let me tell you. Okay, so I haven't released anything in a little while, but my mom just
she did just release a book. That's pretty what she
did. And so the funny thing is, that book she's had, believe it or not, it's been sitting for about 10 plus years. So I got hers out the way, so I'm coming for you next, Jimmie. You can ask her. Seriously.
Because I was thinking ebook or whatever, you know, and like I tell people is that, listen, it is just, I get mad at God sometimes. Because I can't even get sleep, the stuff that you be putting in my head.
Right. It's just steady going,
Always. And so people think, oh, she just always talking to us. She just always this. It's not my fault. The gift wasn't dropped in you. It's not my fault. He don't keep coming down your street.
Hey. Right. Everybody ain't able.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I know these nuggets somebody needs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we have to, seriously, we have to connect on that because that's how her book came out. I kept telling her, like, hey, when are you going to put this out? When are you going to put this out? And then she had a period where she was, you know, working on it. And then before you knew it, it was done, ready to go to print.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. I mean, and on a couple of my pages, I keep getting this Facebook thing saying, you know, it's able to be monetized or whatever. And I've gotten like a couple of emails saying something about Meta's paid me for a couple of things. I'm like, now I don't know which page this came from or whatever.
Oh, right.
So I don't know if that's how it actually happens because, you know, back in that first part of the year, my page was fished in a whole different situation, but I got it back and whatnot. But I mean, like I said, even like when, you know, when I was on radio and stuff like that, like I said, you know, I know that I'm meant, you know, to be behind the mic, to be in front, to help people or whatever. It just is what it is. And I don't care who doesn't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For so many years, I've held myself back. But listen, I'm coming up on 52 years. And if we're biblically sound, that means we're promised 75. But, you know, I'm working on 100.
Hey.
I'm working on 100. You understand what I'm saying? So it's things I want to do. It's a lot of things that I want to live vicariously through Carlos Harlow.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, I'm living vicariously through you.
I want to catch up to who I was supposed to be at 51.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can. Hey,
I want to catch
no
up.
reason why you can't.
Be at 51. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you, Carlos.
Oh, thank you, Jimmie.
Carlos.
I appreciate it. Hey. Thank you. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Oh, and like I said too, I'll be pubbing the pageant and supporting you
right
with
now.
that. Yes. Please send that to me. And so I'll definitely be pubbing that. And also, y'all make sure y'all tune in next Thursday. I'm gonna have actually an author and publisher friend I went to high school with, and we reconnected over the years. Now, I've never had this happen on the show before, but she's a Sagittarius, and I won't say the sign. Hey, right. Yeah, she's a Sagittarius, and she told me that I've never heard this term before, and this is nothing to, I'm not poking fun at the trans community, but she says, yeah, I'm trans zodiac. I was like, wait, what? And so she said, yeah, I don't identify as a Sagittarius, I identify as another sign. So next week, we'll talk about that other sign that she identifies with.
Yeah, look closed in private, but look crazy when they release. Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna look for that one. Yeah, that's real all day long. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
This has been amazing. Yeah, thank you so much, Jimmie. I appreciate it, and I'll be in touch. I'm gonna be bugging you about the book.
Listen, I promise you, please bug me. Okay,
I will.
Please bug me. Please bug me, because if I got to sit down and just recite it and to dictate to the computer or whatever, please bug me, because when you're somebody that's always running the horse, I need somebody behind me to keep me accountable. But yes, absolutely, this has been absolutely amazing, Mr. Aquarius. From the Earth sign. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I hope everybody enjoys it. Get you a Virgo friend, baby. Listen.
Hey, that's right. Get you a Virgo friend for real. Seriously.
Have a good one.
All right. Thanks, Jimmie.